Hello there. My name is Mark Miles, and one of the things I absolutely love to do is work with trainers, public speakers, and presenters that really want to have a bigger impact on their audience. And today, I want to talk about the topic of trainer burnout or presenter burnout. Because what we need to realize is that ultimately, as trainers, we do have to be completely aware of the roles that we actually play in our audience's lives. And I would postulate and I would say that we actually play four major roles when we are presenting to an audience. Four major roles, okay? And if you want to grab a pen and get ready to take some notes, highly recommend this because this content is really going to help you prevent you being burnt out, so to speak, and being less effective in the training room. So there's four major roles that you are going to take on as a trainer. So definitely grab a pen and get ready to take some notes. So the first role that you're going to take on is that of instructor. Okay, you're going to be an instructor. Second one that you're going to take on is facilitator. All right, facilitator. Third is that of a coach. And last of all is a mentor. All right. So we've got instructor, facilitator, coach, and mentor. And we need to appreciate that as trainers, your ability to put on one hat, take it off, and put on a different hat is going to make you even more effective in the training room. But I'll tell you now, when you first start out as a trainer, public speaker, presenter, what often happens, like in the educator sense, is that you're typically going to be most drawn to being that of an instructor. And you're going to put a lot of pressure on yourself to know it all, show it all, and be it all. But what we need to appreciate, though, is that if you get stuck in one of these roles for too long and you're unable to step out of this role, you're going to really do a disservice to your audience because we all know that as learners or participants in an audience, learners need particular things, right? So let's define what those roles actually are. So as I said, we got instructor, facilitator, coach, and mentor. Now, I believe my definition is an instructor will show and tell how to do something. They will show and tell how to do something. Now, a facilitator, on the other hand, will create activities for learners to actually do and get involved in and actually learn from their mistakes and learn from the activities. Now, the third one that we talked about was a coach. Now, a coach is somebody that can work with people to get even better performance by asking them great quality questions. A mentor is somebody that has walked the path, walked the journey, and is able to share from personal experience. But what often happens is that trainers or public speakers or presenters get stuck in one of those roles and find it very difficult to get out of or step out of each of those roles. So what we need to appreciate though is if you get stuck in instructor all the time, then learners don't get an opportunity to actually use what you've taught them. If you get stuck in facilitator all the time and you're constantly just setting up activities, people may wonder if you actually know what you're talking about. And there's not a good quality balance there between instructor and facilitator. Coach. If you get stuck in coach all the time, then people may be a little bit frustrated because they're constantly being asked questions, but they're not really developing new knowledge, so to speak, or learning from other people. Mentor. If you get stuck in mentor too much and you're only ever focused on sharing what you've done, people can get the impression that it's your way or the highway. And what we need to appreciate is that if you can effectively step in and out of the four roles at the appropriate times, then you're going to be even more effective working with people. So great trainers are able to be an instructor at the right time. They're able to be a facilitator at the right time. They're able to be a coach at the right time. And they're able to be a mentor at the right time. So, what does that look like in practice? Well, in practice, it really looks like, all right, I'm going to instruct and share and show how to do something. But then I'm going to also set up activities for you to actually experience what that's like and to try out things, make mistakes, and learn from your mistakes. And I'm going to coach you through how to get even better and develop your performance. Then I'm going to maybe share personal experience and what that's been like for me and how I might have applied those things. But let's take a step back for a second. An instructor who facilitates but steps in and corrects is probably not going to create a safe and happy, healthy learning environment. A mentor and a coach, if they don't know the roles that they need to be in at the right time, can sometimes confuse an audience member and maybe make them feel uncomfortable as well. Great trainers are able to step in and out of those four roles at the appropriate times. And ultimately, when we first start out as trainers, we are instinctively inclined to step into the instructor role because we have a belief that we need to know it all, show it all, and be it all. But when we can relax our ego, when we can allow in activities to be there for learners to learn from their own mistakes, we can really start to see powerful progression in our audiences. And that's when the excitement really happens because we can see the aha moments. And it's really exciting when we can be in the right role at the right time. So I just wanted to share this video with you so that if you're just starting out as a trainer, you can start to appreciate when you might need to step into those four roles. And if you've been in training for quite a while and been running workshops in L&D space or even in the vet sector, you can start to see that maybe you've been stuck in one of those roles too much, maybe even at the wrong time, and maybe just have a deeper self-awareness around when do you need to put on each of those four hats. All right, so I'll just repeat. So we got instructor, facilitator, coach, and mentor. And would love to hear from you. If you've got any questions, comments, or thoughts around this topic of the four roles that a trainer needs to step into, feel free to put in a comment. We'd love to hear from you. And thanks so much for watching the video. Bye for now.